no.
Ocho Cinco, was he a quarterback?
Your ass better call somebody.
I hate Andy Dalton, but hold on, I forgot. We got fucking Andy Dalton, the fucking Red Rocket. I'm sorry.
He's going for the touchdown. Caldwell Pope. How about that one, baby?
You gotta make a name for yourself. You gotta go out on a limb.
That's all you gotta say. The dude is gonna put up numbers. He's not gonna fold.
Just wait and watch, man. You just wait and watch.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the NFL weekly matchup. Week 1. It's finally here, Josh. Week 1's finally here. We are at home. My brother's here this time. He's with me in Augusta. Josh, we haven't done the college football week, but we just watched some college football games the other day. Some very big games, very tight games, some blowouts. Any thoughts on yesterday? And how was your week?
Yeah, man, I've been good. We just had a lot of people over yesterday to watch all the games. There were a couple of good games on, tight scoring games.
You don't have to say too much about it. Just any Roll Tide. I know.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. They played a nobody, and they done what they were supposed to.
Yeah.
That's it. That's about it. Roll Tide.
Gotcha. Hey, you're very exhausted from yesterday. We can tell. You can tell you stayed up and watched college football all day yesterday. So did I. Yeah. Clay's here with me. We're sitting here watching the Florida State LSU game. Clay, you're home. How's it feel?
Well, I'm not at home, but
you are home.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
Where you're from. I mean, this is your home, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm good. Everything's going good. Got some good rest yesterday. So watching football.
How you disrespect your home? This is where you grew up.
My hometown.
I'm not home. Yeah, I mean, technically it's your home. Anyway, we're here. NFL Week 1. NFL starts Thursday. I'm very excited. We're going to do the pickems and we're going to talk some fantasy football. Shouldn't be longer than an hour. We're going to try to keep these podcasts within an hour. And then the college football show will be Tuesday night, come out Wednesday. So let's go ahead and get into the games here. Unless there's anything else you guys want to talk about, none. I don't think there's no really NFL news. I know we had Brian Robinson. We talked about that last week. Preseason, don't care about. But, yeah, preseason's over anyway. All right, let's get into Week 1. Probably the best game of Week 1 is the first game. Thursday night, September 8th, Bills at the Rams. Bills favored by 2.5. Josh, rocking the Calvin Ridley jersey. We're coming to you first. Who are you going with in this game?
Yeah, let me make my bet. So I'm going to go with the Rams at home. Going with the Rams.
So you are taking the Rams. I know both very good teams. Rams coming off a Super Bowl win. Rams are at home Week 1. I expect the Bills' defense to be a lot better. Rams did lose Von Miller last year, I believe. Yeah, Von Miller, he went to the Bills. I like the Bills' defense. I'm going to take the Bills minus 2.5. I know they're on the road, but I don't know. I think the Rams going to have – I think the Rams might fall back a little bit, and I think the Bills are going to be a lot better this season. Bills are probably the favorites to go to the Super Bowl right now, so I'm taking the Bills. And 2.5 is not much. I expect them to win by 3 points to a touchdown. Clay, who are you going with?
I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm going to also follow suit with Chris. I'm going to take the Bills. Even though they're playing away, I think until otherwise, I want to see the Bills, how they perform, because I think they're going to be an explosive team, and I think that they should beat the Rams. I think it's going to be a close game, though. It could go either way.
Gotcha. And is there any fantasy picks we like in this game? Each game, I know we're going to talk about each game, but, really the notes I put on fantasy-wise is you can play anybody in this game. I mean, everybody you have, on your fantasy team, you're going to play them. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, if you got Josh Allen, you're playing him every week. If you got Matthew Stafford, you're playing him every week. Cam Akers, I'm guessing he's good Week 1 to go. Any thoughts on fantasy, Josh? I mean, like I said, you're pretty much – I expect this, there's going to be points in this game.
Yeah, I mean, there's just concern about Cam Akers and his toe. Like, something happens out there early in the game, and he comes out, that could screw somebody if he's RB1 for somebody on their team, on their fantasy team.
Yeah, I kind of like these secondary receivers like McKenzie or Gabe Davis. That's where I would lean since Diggs is going to have Ramsey. Any other thoughts, Clay?
Yeah, I want to see what Isaiah McKenzie's going to do. I think he could be depending on how he does this game, if he does well, he could be a big waiver wire pickup for some guys if they don't already have him, which a lot of people do. And I want to see if James Cook lives up to the hype as much as he's been drafted in fantasy football this year. Because a lot of people was taking him. I took him in the league just because I saw everybody else taking him, but he was just there late. So I want to see if he lives up to the hype, if he even comes in and plays, or what happens there.
Gotcha. LSU is driving down the field. Uh-oh. Got a tight game here. 15 seconds left. They did spike the ball. Uh-oh. Josh, you got it on too over there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's get to the next game here. We got a barn burner in the next one. Ravens at the Jets. Ravens favored by 7.5. Anybody know who the Jets quarterback is? It is Joe Flacco, I'm guessing. Right? Does anybody know?
I mean, I would imagine it'd be Flacco.
Flacco. Yeah,
I think didn't White get hurt?
I don't know.
They dropped White.
White's on the roster, I think. I don't know.
White.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure
White.
it's Flacco. Yeah, Flacco coming
Mike
back.
White.
Yeah,
Isn't
Mike
his name?
White. Yeah, Flacco coming back to Baltimore. I hate Joe Flacco. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't stand Joe Flacco. I'm taking the Ravens minus 7.5. Josh, who you going with?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Ravens minus 7.5. Hard to go against Mark Andrews, Lamar Jackson, them guys. The Jets losing Zach Wilson in the preseason. Don't know if Flacco can get the job done or not. When Zach was going to be the starter up until about 3 weeks ago.
And I expect the Jets to be better, a little bit better this season, but I expect the Ravens to be a lot better too with them not being so hurt this year. Clay, who are you going with?
Yeah, I'm not just so you know, I'm not taking any crazy picks this week just because I want to stay in the standing list as long as I can. So I'm going to go with the Ravens. I think they cover. It's going to be nice to see what some of these Ravens receivers are going to be doing, see if they do anything fantasy related. If they have a number 2 that steps up, who knows? But we'll see what Rashad Bateman can do. See if J.K. Dobbins even touches the field. I expect Mike Davis to run the ball a lot. They did pick up Kenyon Drake too, so maybe he gets some touches. So who knows with that Ravens backfield, because it's always like that. It's crazy. But and see who the Jets have. Maybe Elijah Moore comes out and does something this year again like he did last year.
Is that a touchdown? LSU? Is he going to get in?
Oh, he got out of bounds in 2 seconds.
1 second.
Oh, 1 second.
Sorry, we are watching the LSU Florida State game. I know you.
And y'all are about 3 seconds ahead of me.
Oh, I apologize, Josh.
You're fine.
I very do well. Apologize. Anyway, I want to say,
go Tigers.
Yeah,
that's Darren.
I do like the Ravens backfield. Whoever's going to be in the backfield, Jets rank bad against the run. If you're playing DraftKings, Mike Davis could be a cheap option. Kenyon Drake. I do like the running backs. I wish it was J.K. Dobbins. If it was J.K. Dobbins, I'd feel a lot more comfortable about it. But if I'm playing somebody, I'd probably play the running backs in this game. Obviously, if you got Bateman, you're going to have to start him. But you expect the Ravens to put up some points. Don't know about the Jets.
What's the Jets running back?
So you got Breece Hall and you got Michael Carter.
They're going to split. Yeah, they're going to split.
Yeah, but I've read some stuff about Breece Hall. I don't think he's been doing what they thought he was going to be doing.
I haven't picked him in anything. I'm not a fan of him. I mean, I don't know. I almost picked him earlier in a keeper league, but I don't know. I don't know much about him, to be honest with you. Anyway, next game, one of my favorite games of the week here. Clay's 2 favorite teams. He's over here every time he talks about them. So one of his teams is going to have a loss here. He's wearing a Saints jersey, but this is like Bryson here. He's undercover teams here. The Eagles at the Lions. Eagles favored by 4.5. Clay, we're going to you first. Who you got in this game?
Yeah, these are 2 good teams. I believe there's going to be 2 sleeper teams this season. Not saying they're great. I'm just saying they're going to be better. But since I feel like y'all are going to go the other way, I'm going to stick to my guns, and I'm going to go Detroit with the upset against Philadelphia. I just want to see what Detroit's made of. So I will take a crazy pick here and roll with Detroit. I could easily roll with Philly. Just got to feel like Philly's got the better offense, better defense. I know they do, but I will take Detroit.
Yeah, and
Lions.
They don't have to necessarily. They just got to cover that 4.5. So they just got to cover. They lose by 3. You're still good there. I wrote down Detroit at first, but I think the Eagles' defense is just too good. I think the Eagles' defense is going to be very good this season. They were very decent last season. Lions' offense is very explosive. I expect this to be – I don't know. I'm seeing a shootout here. I don't know why, even though I'm talking about the Eagles' defense, I'm seeing this game going back and forth. I'm seeing Jalen Hurts going to have a career game, but I am taking the Eagles to win by a touchdown. Josh, who you going with?
Yeah, I'm going with the Eagles. I mean, I got Jalen Hurts on both my fantasy teams. Devontae
Risky there,
Smith on my
bud.
fantasy team. So
That was risky there.
What?
No, I don't think it's risky.
what? Jalen Hurts?
Yeah,
I
what
think
if
he's
he
going
gets
to have a good
hurt?
year. He gets hurt, he's got another quarterback.
If he gets hurt, I'll just go to waiver and pick up another quarterback. After the first 5 quarterbacks.
I know who you're getting. You're going to get Matt Ryan.
No, man. After the first top 5 quarterbacks,
Mariota.
they're all similar scorers.
Yeah, you're right.
So
Looking at the play clock here.
So
Who you got? You said so. You said you got the Eagles. Yeah, gotcha. Well, one thing I wanted to say about this game, probably my favorite game for fantasy points this week. I love Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts is going to put up big numbers this week. The Lions defense not that good. And one thing I know I talk crap about him, but Eagles do rank bad against the tight end. So maybe Hawkinson can put up 15 points this week. Maybe he can put up 15 points this week. If I'm, like I said, I play DraftKings. He is cheap. He might fit in my lineup. So I like all the receivers on the Eagles. I like all the Detroit receivers. I think this game is going to be, I don't know. I think this is going to be one of the shootouts of the week. A high-scoring game. Could be wrong because the Eagles' defenses could be a blowout for the Eagles. But, yeah. Next game, not so much on the next one. We got Colts at the Texans. Colts favored by 8.5. Josh, lead us off. Who you going with?
Yeah, man, I'm going to go with the Colts. I mean, they're playing the Texans. Come on, man. Matt Ryan's going to come out and sling it out. Pittman's going to have a big game. Jonathan Taylor's going to have a big game. It's going to be a lot of scoring for the Colts, I think.
Remember, 8.5's a lot in the NFL, but
not against the Texans, it ain't.
All right. Clay, who you going with?
I just went ahead and wrote down Colts on the notes that I'm taking for everybody. So I went ahead and
how you know I'm not going to take 8.5's a lot? All right,
no,
so
it's not.
I don't think
8.5's a lot. No, I'm taking the Colts. Taking the Colts. I like the Colts improvement. I like their offensive line. Texans, I do like Davis Mills. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a fan of Davis Mills. I think he's decent.
Is he on your bench?
No, he's not on my team. I don't have any Texans on my teams unless it's Brandon Cooks. But no, I ain't putting nobody on there. Or Pierce, the Pierce running back. You never know though. It's the NFL. Anything can happen. This is a divisional game. You expect both teams to want to win, play tight. So I'm just telling you, you never know. But I'm taking the Colts to win by 10 or more.
Josh, will Mo Alley Cox score a touchdown in this game?
No.
Oh, come on.
Come on, Josh.
Yeah, well, boo.
He
boo.
might.
That
But
was like a Bryce. Yeah.
I mean, if I was betting money on it, I wouldn't bet that he was.
Yeah, and I mean, I mentioned some fantasy players here. The only thing I wrote down was probably Colts players. Taylor, I like Taylor. I like Pittman. I actually wrote him twice here. I don't know why I wrote him twice. I like Pittman. I like Jonathan Taylor to run all over him. Texas defense not very good. If they get ahead, I expect them to run the ball. So, yeah, I mean, Taylor should have a good week one. If Taylor don't have a good week one, you might be worried about Jonathan Taylor after week one. Yeah, nobody on the Texans really. Maybe Brandon Cooks. Anyway, next game, another divisional game here. We got the Steelers at the Bengals. Bengals favored by 6.5. That's a lot of points for a divisional game. I'll lead us off here. I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like I said, both of these teams hate each other. Divisional game. This game's always, I don't know. I mean, I can't say it's always time. I'm not 100% on that, but I think both these teams hate each other. I expect it to be a very tight game, a very defensive battle, maybe. I don't know. But, yeah, it's a rivalry game, so I'm going with the Steelers. Clay, who you going with?
I'm going with the Bengals. They're the better team. 6.5 is a lot, but some of these teams are going to cover. It's week one. You never know what can happen.
Well, right now, well, no, you don't have all of them coming. You got all of them coming, but you're good. Anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to roll with the Bengals. I want to see Joe Burrow. He's just too good, dude. And I just don't believe in Pittsburgh Steelers.
Josh, who you going with? We do have an intense game right here. 1 second left, first and goal for the LSU Tigers. You want me to call it down? You want me to call it down? You want me to wait on it? Oh, here we go. In shotgun. Uh-oh.
Don't say it. I'm watching it 3 seconds behind you.
I apologize.
Just let him call it, Josh. You can know what happened.
Call it. I apologize. No,
you call it. Go ahead, call it, man. Call it. Go ahead. Call it. Brain fart right now because I'm stuck in this game here. Who is under center for the Steelers?
Mitch Trubisky right now.
You said you're taking the Steelers?
No.
Oh.
So you're not taking the Steelers. You just said – I thought you said Steelers. Oh,
okay. Because I had to ask who was under center for the Steelers, not taking the Steelers. Okay. Joe Burrow.
You would take him if Kenny Pickett was under the –
No.
Sir? All right, then.
Okay, so you're taking the Bengals minus 6.5.
Yeah, I think Joe Burrow has a big game. Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon, I think they're going to have a pretty big game. I'm hoping Najee Harris has at least 2 touchdowns in this game for my fantasy reasons. But, I think they win by 7.
Yeah, only fantasy teams I wrote down. Steelers struggled against the run last year a little bit. Mixon might be a good play. I'm never lying.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
You just ruined it for him. He told you not to tell him. It's not. That was not me, Josh.
I know.
Me. You can beat the hell out of him when you get back.
And now they're going to be going into overtime and shit.
Yeah,
they're going to miss the extra point.
Extra point. We're
going to miss it.
They might go for it. LSU and Florida State here. I know we're in the middle of this game.
Oh!
They blocked it. Sorry, John. Oh!
Don't tell me.
Sorry. Clay's, it's not me. You know what happened.
Don't tell me.
Ooh, you know what happened.
Oh!
Did he block it or
they blocked it?
Yeah, they blocked it.
Oh, my God. They blocked one earlier, too. They blocked a field goal earlier, too. Wow.
Blocks the kick. Florida State wins it 24-23.
Oh, wow.
Death Valley.
Oh, anyway. Wow. Dude, I'd hate to be an LSU fan right now. I hate to be that kicker.
Hey, I got the pickems right, boys.
Did they block it or he just chunk it?
I don't know. That's why I couldn't tell.
He hit it fat.
That sucks. I'd hate to be that kicker, yeah.
It might have been a block, but it had a lot of speed coming in and hit that crossbar.
No. Damn. Shouldn't run face. All right. But, yeah, and I also do like some of the Steelers receivers, maybe playing some of them, talking about that game, Steelers, Bengals. But, I took Steelers plus 6.5. Both of them have the Bengals, so we're going to be different on that game. All right, let's get into the next game. Should be no controversy here at all. The Bears are absolutely terrible. Niners at the Bears. Niners favored by 7.5. Josh, lead us off. Who are you going with?
Yeah, I'm going with the Niners. I don't trust Justin Fields and the Bears to really do much. Maybe they can figure something out later in the season, but right now I'm going to go with Trey Lance and the 49ers.
Clay.
49ers.
I'm taking Niners minus 7.5. I like Debo in this game. I like Elijah Mitchell. I think Elijah Mitchell should have a big game, running game. Bears defense not that good. They have players there that don't want to play for them. Give me the Niners to win by a lot. Anyway, next game, one of the games of the week here. This was a rough pick for me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had it. Saints at the Falcons. Saints favored by 5.5. Clay, we're gonna put you as the deciding factor because you're kind of an undercover Saints fan, I guess. You're a Saints fan, but you like other teams too. You're more of a fantasy football fan. We're gonna let you go first. Who you going with in this game?
I'm gonna take New Orleans. I think Jameis Winston is the play this week in fantasy. I think he throws the ball all over the Atlanta Falcons. Give me New Orleans.
Josh, what you want to say?
All right, man. I'm on. It's week 1 of our little competition here.
Hey, you got to remember, the Falcons were undefeated in the preseason, weren't they? Or they were close. They played well in the preseason.
Listen, man, it's week 1. I got time to catch back up if my team goes down, but I'm going to ride.
Atlanta's at home, Josh.
I know. I'm going to ride with my team because I think some teams are going to come in and underestimate Atlanta because of how the media has put off this persona that the Falcons are just going to be really, really, really bad. And I think Patterson can have a good game. I think Patterson can have a good game.
How old is Cordell Patterson?
31.
41?
No, he's
31.
I'm about to say, he's been in the league forever.
Yeah, he's been a kick returner. Anyway,
So I'm going to go with the
I
Falcons.
had the Falcons written down at one time this week. Or
What?
I said one time today. I had the Falcons plus 5.5
Let me
written
pull
down.
your Saint card.
But I don't know. I think the Falcons got a good defense. They got a good defensive line. They got A.J. Terrell. The defense is not bad. Like, this is one thing where, you always expect in this dome, you always expect to be a shootout, a high-scoring game. Well, both of these defenses are really good, and you couldn't say that in the past. I mean, I can't say the Falcons is really good, but the Falcons got a decent defense. So, yeah, I don't know if this is going to be a high-scoring game. I really don't. You expect it to be a high-scoring game in the dome. I'm kind of worried about it. I like Alvin Kamara as a play here. The Falcons do struggle against the running back. What is going on with Josh here? But I am taking the Saints minus 5.5 to win. Starting off the open season, Jameis is coming back. He's going to have something to prove. I expect Marcus Mariota he might turn over the ball against the Saints defense. The Saints defense is legit, top 5 in the league. So, I think it's going to be a tight game though. Give me New Orleans minus 5.5. All right, next game.
He did block that kick.
Yeah, that's why I thought looking at the replay. All right, Browns at the Panthers. Panthers favored by 2.5. I'll go first here. I am going to take the Panthers. I was kind of up and down on this game. 2.5. I guess the Browns got what? Jacoby Brissett starting quarterback here. I think this game might go either way. I think people are kind of too far under on the Browns. I don't know. I think the Browns might be better than what people think. Could be wrong, but I don't know. But I think the Panthers are much improved with Baker Mayfield under center, and they got McCaffrey back. So give me the Panthers to cover, win by probably around 3-7. Josh,
All right. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Panthers. I think Baker Mayfield's got a little extra motivation for this game. I think he's going to try to show out, and if the moment's not too big for him, and he can gather himself and play with composure, I think he can perform well. If they can contain Myles Garrett, he gets back there and gets in his face a little bit. There might be some problems. Look for Nick Chubb. I think Nick Chubb will have a pretty big game too, fantasy wise. Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, so I'm going to go with the Panthers. But yeah, if you got a Browns player and you got to play Nick Chubb.
Josh is kind of cool. You look like you got them lights that change colors going on right now because your TV
it's this freaking 75-inch TV on the OLED screen.
Yeah, and then you got a 100-inch, probably another one beside you too. You got like 5 TVs. Anyway, Clay, who you going with in this one?
I'm going to take the Panthers as well. I want to see what some of these guys on their team can do, like McCaffrey. I also want to see what DJ Moore does with Baker Mayfield. DJ Moore is a good receiver. He's been a good fantasy receiver since he's been in the league, but look at his quarterback situation. So, maybe even Robbie Anderson may have some value. I don't know. But I want to see what some of these Panthers receivers can do, and I think Nick Chubb is going to be a decent play. I think the Browns do have a okay O-line, solid O-line. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I am going to roll with the Panthers.
Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know what to pick fantasy-wise. I mean, obviously, if you have McCaffrey, you're going to play him more maybe. I mean, you're going to play all the top guys you have. But this is not a game like if I was doing like DraftKings or something, not a game I would go after. Maybe McCaffrey, but that's about it. I'm not a whole lot of fan of any of these fantasy players, really. I know Josh is like Nick Chubb's biggest fan, but yeah. Anyway, next game, Patriots at the Dolphins. Dolphins favored by 3.5. That's the first time we can say that in a long time, probably for the Dolphins. Josh, you want to lead us off? Who you going with?
Yeah, man. Being an Alabama fan, there's a lot of Alabama players in this game. From Damian Harris, Mac Jones, Jalen Waddle, Tua. Shoot, man. I think I'm going to go with the Dolphins just because I don't know if the Patriots, they're going to have to dial up some blitz packages to get to Tua fast because he's got 2 outstanding fast receivers in Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle to get the ball to. and I think the offensive line can hold back on the Patriots' defensive blitz schemes. So therefore, I'm going to go with the Dolphins, and it is odd that the Dolphins are favored against the Patriots. I think this may be the first time since the 70s that the Dolphins have been favored against the Patriots.
Yeah. I think the Dolphins got a better team, but yeah. Anyway, Clay, who you going with?
I'm going to roll with the Dolphins as well. I like the Dolphins this year. I think their team's going to be decent. I had them finishing above the Pats in the standing list we did earlier this season, so maybe they could take this game. I do think they may split, but hopefully they take this one, so I'm going to roll with Miami.
Well, agree again. I'm going with the Dolphins as well. I didn't know this was one of the games I wasn't sure about. But, yeah, I mean, the I don't know what I'm talking about. Patriots defense was not good, not great last year. I mean, their run defense was awful. I mean, not saying Miami is going to be good at running the ball, but I don't know. I mean, they're coached by a very good defensive-minded coach. But the Dolphins got a lot of weapons, and I expect them to be a lot better. Patriots, not so much. I don't expect them to come out and put up 30 points. So, I expect to die. We could all very well be wrong here because this is always pretty good game against the Dolphins and Patriots. But I'm going to take the Dolphins minus 3.5 as well. And like I said, I wrote down Chase Edmonds is one of the fantasy plays I like. Not really sure what the running back situation is looking like over there between Edmonds and Mostert. But, yeah, and obviously you got Tyreek Hill and Waddle too. So
yeah, and I mean I'm interested to see how much Mac Jones has improved in the offseason and through camp and everything, and see if maybe he can make some passes a little bit longer downfield than what he was doing last year. See if they take the reins off of him a little bit. I know that Belichick's been pleased with him, so I'm interested to see that. It's just going to be a game that I probably won't be able to watch because it's some regional bullshit, but.
Yeah. Well, you got to get the NFL Network, Josh, and I have the NFL Network, and I watched the NFL Network. Well, look, I watched the preseason game.
Hold on, he's told me this. I watched the preseason game. The Patriots
are like
it don't matter. The Falcons were 4-0 in the preseason.
But they had their starters in. Yeah, Patriots had their starters in. I don't know if it's starting our line.
Let me guarantee.
Mac Jones was like trash. Roger Stevenson ran into a brick wall every time. The receivers didn't catch. I think the only receiver that caught the ball was Devontae Parker. I don't know.
He's making me want to take the damn Patriots.
And that's Devontae Parker going up against his old team, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, you cannot rule out the Patriots. Everybody's.
Yeah, I mean, Belichick's going to play head games anyway. He's probably calling.
But everybody says they're going to be bad. You got to remember. I mean, what if Tua don't come out and play worth the shit? I mean, what if he still sucks? What if he's not good? What if they force him to throw 4 interceptions?
I ain't saying they can't win. I think they're going to split with them this season. I just think the Patriots is like trash in that preseason game.
Yeah, but
their starters are like trash.
I just feel like everybody's doubting the Patriots a little bit too much. I don't like them this season either. I definitely think. I mean, I think they could even. Well, who else is in the division? They might finish last in this division. I mean, you never know, but. They're probably not behind the Jets, but anyway, I just think people are sleeping on the Patriots just a little bit too much.
I'm gonna stay asleep.
Well, dude, I might have to goddamn buy the damn NFL pass, dude.
Yeah,
I don't do it. It's like $300 if you got direct TV.
What? It used to be like $199 or something.
Just find it online. Just text
Chris later. He'll
find it online. Find it online. I'll find it online for free. It may be behind, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway. Jaguars at the Commanders. The new team, the Commanders. Commanders, Washington, favored by 3.5. Clay, we're leading off with you here. Who you going with?
No, y'all gave me shit. Sorry, I cussed. Y'all gave me crap for saying the Jaguars' ceiling could be 6 wins. Well, this is one of their 6 wins they can get right here. I'm going to roll Jacksonville just because there is a possibility they can win this game. I don't know how either team's going to be honest with you. Who knows? Washington can't come surprise somebody. Carson Wentz may play really good. I don't know. But give me Trevor Lawrence to prove something this year. Give me Jacksonville.
I'm going Jacksonville as well. I'm going Jacksonville plus 3.5, just because it's Washington. I mean, I think Washington should go ahead. I think Sam Howell is going to be the starter before the season's over. I've said that plenty of times. I think he looks pretty good. He looked very good in the preseason, even though preseason don't matter. I was high on Carson Wentz in the past, but I'm not no more. I think Jacksonville's got improved. Their defense has improved. Offense, I don't even know. I think their second receiver is still Marvin Jones. Who else they got? I don't even know who. The receiver core, not that great. I mean, they're okay. They lost DJ Chark too, but
lost Treadwell. Well, not Treadwell. What was his name? Chenault.
Yeah. So I mean, the receiver core could be, it might be a little bad. Washington
Kirk.
and
Kirk.
Yeah, Kirk. Yeah, that was a big sign. I expected him to be good, but I mean, he better be good. They paid $500 million for him. I mean, he wasn't that good. I hate to tell you, I wouldn't pay that much for him. I'd have paid DJ Chark before I paid him. Anyway, Washington is going. Chase Young's going to be back. So I mean, Washington's defense is going to be better this year. They struggled on the defensive side of the ball, but they do have some players coming back. Washington can definitely surprise people. If Carson Wentz comes out and plays good, I mean, they might win this game pretty easily, but I think Jacksonville's going to be better. I'm going to take Jacksonville as well, and I need to take a dog. So, Josh, who are you going with?
All right, let's see here. I'm going to go with – I mean, these are two of the bottom. Like, if there's the worst 5 teams, these are 2 of them.
Yeah. I don't know if Washington's one of the worst. Well, I mean, Washington's probably 6, 7. Yeah, maybe.
All right. At Washington.
Yep.
Give me the Commanders. Give me the Commanders.
All right, Josh is taking the Commanders minus 3.5. Didn't write down much for fantasy wise. I don't know if you guys, Gibson. Obviously, Gibson is going to be. I guess he's going to be the starter, even though he lost a job. I did hear Brian Robinson might come back this season.
I picked him up my second fantasy league. I picked him up, put him on my bench.
So I'm hearing some. Maybe he's going to improve very well. One receiver I do like that was good at Oakland, Zay Jones, is going to be the third receiver for Jacksonville. I did write that down. I know not really big, but if they're missing receivers, I liked his talent over there in Jacksonville. Evan Ingram used to be on the Giants. Maybe he been on the Giants and Giants sucked. They didn't really target him. Evan Ingram was a big talent back in the day, so maybe he does something. Not much more from this game. I wouldn't be, excited to play anybody from this game, probably fantasy-wise. All right, next game. Giants at the Titans. Titans favored by 5.5. I'll lead it off here. I didn't know what to do here. I went back and forth. Not a big fan of the Titans. I don't really know. I know they got Derrick Henry, but they lost a lot. They lost Brown. They lost the other tight end. I think they had another tight end. I mean, they lost a lot on the offensive side of the ball. Just don't really know. I know they still got Derrick Henry. That's the big thing. But the Giants did improve. Titans' defense is very good. But I did end up going with the Giants plus 5.5 here. I don't know. I know Titans are at home. Probably the wrong pick, but I took the Giants. Josh, who are you going with?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Titans, and I really don't know why the line is. I figured it'd be 6.5 or 7.5.
Yeah.
But because the Titans are at home, Derrick Henry just renegotiated his contract to become the highest paid running back in the NFL. He's out there with even bigger pockets, and he's going to prove why he is the highest paid running back. I look for him to have probably over 20 carries, easy.
Yeah. Clay, who you going with?
I'm gonna take Titans. Until either I watch one of these teams, I'm gonna roll with who I think the better team is, even though there's a point spread there. So I'm gonna roll with Tennessee just for the simple fact I want to see Derrick Henry rolling all over. But who knows? Saquon Barkley may be healthy this year and he's coming to prove points. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens because the Giants does have some guys on offense that can make things happen. I mean, look at Kenny Galladay. They say he's getting lazy, but who knows? He may come out and play like he did before. You got Kadarius Toney, you got Saquon.
I like Robert Woods on
Hey,
I mean, you got
Titans
I
side.
picked up Kadarius Toney like 10th round or something like that in my fantasy.
Yeah, I mean,
league.
he can very well be good. And the other receiver they got, Wardell Robinson. I mean, the only thing is they got Daniel Jones at quarterback.
Yeah, Daniel Jones.
think
But I mean, what
Tyrod
he had that one game last year.
Tyrod Taylor got nailed
Yeah.
in the preseason game. I don't even know if he's healthy.
Yeah.
I know he got carted off, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really like this game too much. I don't know. I'm with Josh, though. Line's kind of fishy. It's kind of, I think it should be more for the Titans. Maybe that's why the Giants come out and win this game.
That's why you went with the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, not really. I mean, to be honest, I just didn't know who to go with. 5.5. I think the Giants have improved. I think they improved on defense. I think they got some receivers. I don't know. The Titans did not. The thing is, the strongest thing for the Titans is the running back and the defense. The defensive backs is very good. They got one of the best safeties in the league. So I mean, Titans should definitely win. But I don't know.
It's hard on week one when I mean, we know what.
And I had to pick some dogs too. I like picking some underdogs.
We know what some of these teams are. Like the Chiefs and the Cardinals and the Bills. But until we see some of these other teams play, and we don't know how much they've improved or what. So week one is kind of a toss up on half these games.
I'm looking at the next few picks and I think I've taken too many dogs. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I probably should take Titans here.
Well, you got time to change, Chris. You got time to change.
No, I ain't got time to change. I'm not changing. I'm going the next few games. I think I'm good. I probably should have took Titans there, but we're gonna go with the Giants. Everybody else took Titans. Maybe I'll go undefeated this week, and maybe you guys will be behind. All right, next game. One of the best games of the week. Chiefs at the Cardinals. Chiefs favored by 4.5. Josh, who you liking this one?
Yeah, give me the underdog. Give me the Cardinals. And it's going out on a limb. I know it is. It's going out on a limb. I think Kelsey probably have a really big game for the Chiefs. But I'm holding out hope that James Conner can do really good in this game. So I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
Clay, who you got?
I'm trying to debate in my head who I'm going to pick here because I want to take the Cardinals and the points. I want to take the underdogs, but I'm going to go Kansas City. I want to until otherwise, their offense is good. I know they lost Hill and some other receivers, but I still think some of these guys step up, and I think they cover. So give me the Kansas City Chiefs.
Taking the Cardinals here. I think Kyler Murray's got something to prove coming out week one. Think this is going to be a very good fantasy game, very high. I don't know if it'll be high scoring. I know you mentioned Travis Kelce having a big game. Cardinals used to be really bad against tight end. I think they were ranked best fantasy-wise against tight end last year. So, who knows? Maybe they double-team Kelce. Maybe some other guys like Hardman or Juju step up. But I still expect nobody stopping Kelce. I still expect to get him to get his. Like James Conner, one of my plays I like this week. Chiefs struggled against the run in the past for fantasy-wise. But, yeah, like I said, I expect Kyler Murray to come out with something to prove. Possibly win this game. I don't know. I think the Chiefs are the better team, but I don't know. I expect this to be a very good kind of maybe a shootout game here. But give me the Cardinals. Next game, another good game here. Packers at the Vikings. Packers favored by 1.5. I'll lead us off here. Packers lost a lot. Vikings at home, 1.5. I think the Vikings win this outright. Give me the Vikings plus 1.5. Josh, who you like?
Yep, I'm going with you there. I'm going with the Vikings. Vikings
Clay?
plus 1.5.
Man, don't make it so difficult for me because I wanted to give Minnesota.
Why did you think we're not going to take Minnesota? I mean, Josh has got Minnesota and the Colts in the Super Bowl, supposedly. So, as his bold prediction, excuse me. And Josh picked Minnesota to win the division. I mean, Packers lost a lot. I almost picked the Packers here, but, I mean, this is pretty much a pick-up. Who do you think is going to win the game? I wouldn't even look at this for points.
All right. I like Minnesota. Y'all took Minnesota. I wanted to take Green Bay to be opposite. But since they're playing at home.
I should have made him go first.
And I think it's going to be since they're playing at home, and I think it's going to be split. I would have went Minnesota anyways if you made me go first. So I'm still going to stick with Minnesota.
Okay. Sticking with Minnesota. Okay.
Yeah. I'm still
Stay true to your guns. Straight to your guns.
This is a home game. I think they're going to, this is a throw up in the air game pick. You know what I'm saying? So,
well,
hey,
anybody can win this game.
I'm interested to see if Aaron Rodgers can utilize Aaron Lazard and make him his number one receiver.
Yeah. Fun fact.
But I just don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to stay healthy all year.
Fun fact. I know their defense was good last year. Had one of the top defenses here. But I mean, besides last year and this year, the Packers is ranked, I think, as the number one defense in the NFL, if I'm not mistaken. No, it was top 3. So I mean, Aaron Rodgers with the number one defense in the NFL, if they had a receiver, I thought they should have picked up Odell. I mean, that was me. I think they should have went and got Odell, Julio Jones, somebody. I mean, that's a Super Bowl team with Aaron Rodgers in the backfield to have the number one. And they got 2 running backs. If you got an offensive line, I mean, Packers could shock the world this season. And the NFC is not very tough. I mean, I don't know. But I do like the Vikings here early. And the Packers probably to win. Whoever Packers play next week, I don't care who they play. I think I'm going to take the Packers. Next game. Very good game. Next one. Raiders at the Chargers. Chargers favored by 3.5. Clay, making you go first on this one. One of your favorite teams in the Chargers. Chargers at home. Who you got?
I take the Chargers at home, man. Their defense is really good. Watch that defense this year. The reason I'm not taking their defense in fantasy is because they're in too good of a division for me to want to take them. Now, I'm going to pick them up here and there, but their division is going to put up so many points on that division rival games that, you never know who's going to take that division. But I'm going with the Chargers because I believe they're going to win the division, and I believe they're going to win this game against the Raiders, which is a divisional game, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's definitely a divisional game. Definitely. You knew that. Come on now. Anyway, Josh, who you going with? He's half asleep over here. I can tell he's tired. I can tell he's tired. Guys, we're doing this podcast late. It's 11:42.
No, dude, I am wide awake, man.
I know everybody's tired. We're good. We're good.
You are tired. You are tired.
I stayed up till 2 o'clock. I'm gonna stay up after this probably.
I stayed up till 4. I slept till 12, and then I took a nap.
Well, damn, you slept till 12. Look, and you took a nap. You all right?
Yeah. So like you hit me up and somebody. Clay said it might be about 10:30.
He's done took about 3 naps today too.
Yeah, I know. He's Mr. Nap, dude. That's his middle name.
Yeah. All right,
let's nap all the time, man. Just when I'm here.
Josh, who you going with? And he had a good meal tonight too.
Dude, I want so bad to go with these Raiders because I like the addition of Devontae Adams. I really want to go with the Raiders, but.
Going out on a limb here.
I mean, 3.5. Maybe the Chargers win by 3. Give me the Raiders.
Yeah. Oh, dang it. I didn't want you to do that because I took the Raiders too.
Give me the Raiders.
I'm not changing my pick. I was going to take the Chargers.
I think the Chargers win by 3.
I think Chargers will probably win this game too. I mean, this is going to be a very good game. I expect this to be I don't know. I mean, this game could go either way. I mean, Chargers obviously got one of the best defenses in football. One place they did struggle last year was against the run. Watch out for Josh Jacobs. Maybe Josh Jacobs falls in the end zone a couple times this week if, Derek Carr comes down and, gets it going with Adams and Renfro and Darren Waller. Darren Waller. I think Chargers wasn't great against tight end either. So, but they are healthy this year. I mean, last year they did get hurt. So, obviously, the Chargers come back. But Chargers is everybody supposedly sleeper Super Bowl team. Everybody's all high on the Chargers. So, Raiders should come motivated to come want to beat this game. I expect this to be a very close game. I expect, I think the Raiders win this game outright. I don't know. I just think I think the Raiders come out and win this game.
I think Chargers win by 3. 34-31.
I think everybody's so high on the Chargers, and I think that's going to give Derek Carr motivation. Derek Carr Derek Carr is one of those guys. He kind of plays with confidence too. I don't know. I like Derek Carr. I just think they're going to be motivated for this game. I think they come out and win it. But I do like some fantasy plays here. Eckler, like I said, Josh Jacobs maybe follow the end zone. Anybody on offense. I expect this to be a good game. Even though there's 2 defensive teams, you got 2 good offenses too, with Herbert and Allen and Mike Williams and Eckler, and then you got Carr and Adams and everybody else on the other side. So you can pretty much play anyone in this game. Next game, Buccaneers at the Cowboys. Bucks favored by 1.5. I mean, really? 1.5? You kidding me? Give me the Buccaneers. I'm taking the Buccaneers to win this game. Cowboys just lost one of their best offensive tackles. This is embarrassing. And they're playing the Jerry World. Tom Brady ought to throw for 500 yards, but even though the Cowboys got a good defense. Hey, this game was wasn't it last year, the year before? The Cowboys came out and won week 1, I think, on Thursday night. So, you never know, but I'm not believing it. Buccaneers, Tom Brady's keeping that in the back of his mind. I think Buccaneers win this game big. Josh, who you got?
Yep, I'm going with the Bucks. That line is ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. Unless something crazy happens, man, I just don't like the Cowboys. They're always all this hype. They're kind of like Notre Dame. They get all this hype and then they just lay an egg.
Two favorite. I hate both of them. So
I'm going to go with the Bucks. I hate the Bucks too. I can't stand,
I'd rather see the Bucks win the Super Bowl every year.
I don't like the Bucks. They're the damn Yankees of football, the Dodgers of football. Let's buy everybody. Let's buy everybody we can, and put them all out on the field and pray for the other team. So, but yeah, I'm going with the Bucks.
Clay, who you got?
I'm gonna roll with them boys.
Oh, boo!
Of Tampa Bay.
I think
do you ever notice, like, when you go somewhere, like if you're at a store or like even the airport or like a Braves game, there's always somebody with a Dallas jersey on or hat on or something. You see a Dallas fan everywhere, and it don't matter what state you're in.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is, but I
well,
don't know why everybody's Dallas fan.
You'll see a little more.
The people that don't watch football, they just started watching. They always become a Cowboy fan. I don't know, or they've been a fan for years.
No, dude, they become Patriot fans.
Yeah, that's true too, but not now. They ain't
Or
coming
Kansas
Patriot fan
City
now.
Yeah, Kansas
With
City.
Seattle. Anyway,
I saw Kansas City logos all over this truck in Griffin, Georgia. Okay, I was like, "What the hell are you doing down here?" Number one.
If Tom Brady, I think if Tom Brady comes out and he's not, if Father Time has not hit in this game, I think Tom Brady might throw for 6 touchdowns this game. I don't know. I think Tampa Bay is going to put it on. I think especially it kind of reminded me. I remember the Cowboys did beat them. I think it was last year, week 1. I want to say it was last year. Could have been the year before. I'm telling you, that's the way Brady is. It's in the back of Brady's mind. Brady is going to put it on the Cowboys.
Tampa Bay across the board. We got all.
Make sure y'all clear. I did take the Buccaneers. I just wanted to be a little.
I do like everyone in
sarcastic
fantasy. I do like Lamb and Schultz though in this game too, and any receiver on Tampa Bay. And Russell Gage. Hey, y'all lost him at the Falcons. I think that's going to be one of Brady's favorite targets here. Russell Gage. Watch out for him.
I think Lenny's going to do good this year.
No, I like
Tom Brady's
Gage.
arm, he's going to dump off to Leonard Fournette a lot.
All right.
I'm going to tell y'all, it's going to be Cameron fucking Brate.
I like Hey, I like that was good. That was good. I'll give you that. That was funny.
He might be a little high.
He might be a little high. I like Kyle Rudolph too. No, but seriously though, I think Russell Gage is going to be people. I think especially if Godwin's out, I think Russell Gage is going to be Brady's favorite target. I don't know. I think Russell Gage is going to be elite on this Tampa Bay offense. Next game. This should be an easy game here. Boring Monday night game. Unless somehow Pete Carroll's got Drew Lock at Missouri that throws for 7 touchdowns and 700 yards. Whatever he did, he was pretty good at Missouri. I think they're starting Geno Smith. Anyway, let's go Broncos at the Seahawks Monday Night Football. I know we'll be live during this game, but we are going to pick the Monday nights anyway. Yeah, Josh, who you going with?
Yeah, give me the Broncos. Are you kidding? Broncos by 2 touchdowns.
Clay? Don't pick Seattle. God.
That's for Bryson. Hey, how's the saying go? Broncos country, let's ride.
Yeah.
I'm going with Broncos.
Yeah, I think Broncos win this game easy. I think Javonte Williams. I don't know. This could be a game where Russell Wilson shows out, but I think Javonte Williams shows why he might have the most fantasy points in a running back this week.
Let's get that Jerry Jeudy connection going.
Yeah, I like Jeudy too this week. I think Broncos put it on them, but Seattle is at home, and let me tell you something. They ain't gonna need that 12th man in the stadium. They're gonna need that 12th man on the damn field in this game. I mean, they're gonna need the 12th man on the field. So, give me the Broncos. All right, about at the hour mark here. NFL, we got the lock of the week. We do this on the college show. Do you guys like any of these games? Be honest with you, forgot to write one down, but I'm going to go with Buccaneers. one of my favorites. Buccaneers minus 1.5. I think they stomped the Cowboys. Take a -7. Give me the Bucs.
That was an easy lock, man.
What do you want me to go with? Buccaneers, Cowboys. Cowboys are a good team. Cowboys can come out. Cowboys can come out and win this game. Cowboys are a good team.
They can.
But it's not going to happen.
They can.
1.5. Give me the Bucs.
Okay.
Josh, pick your lock of the week.
Just
because I want to start out 1-0 and you don't.
I will pick my
the
lock.
Bucs. Roll with me.
No, man. Give me the Dolphins lock of the week.
Oh, boo. I'm telling y'all, God, I want to switch to the Patriots. I think Patriots gonna come out and win that game now. Y'all making me think Patriots come out.
I mean, I like to pick a lock of the week that that there's a little edgy.
It's called Josh. Josh. It's called a lock. It's supposed to be you lock the door and you shut it, and they definitely happens. You don't want to give somebody say, "Oh, this is a lock of the week." Go ahead and put $5,000 on it. So please God, don't
give me
listen
the Dolphins. Give me the Dolphins, man.
Please God, don't listen to our bets. Anyway, give me the Bucks, Dolphins. Clay, you like anybody? Any locks of the week? Any favorites here? I know, like I said, we forgot to write them down, but
oh man, y'all making this hard on me. Hey, so does this lock of the week count towards our record?
We write down the locks as well. So we'll have a lock of the week record, and we'll have a lock of the week record, and we're gonna have a regular season.
And I got to be different than both of y'all.
I don't have to.
It's good for the show for me to be different than both of y'all.
I don't care what you do.
So
do it for the show.
Give me the Carolina Panthers to cover against the Browns.
I just want to see.
I
Everybody. I just don't get it. Everybody's sleeping on the Browns too. I think the
I
Browns
wanted to pick
the
Bucs, but you took the Bucs. I was going to take the easy route, and then I was going to take the daggone Broncos, but that's a decent spread for NFL. Actually, give me Denver. Give me Denver.
No, he's changing it.
Give me
now.
Denver.
You can take the Panthers. All right,
give me Denver. I'll take the big spread. Give me Denver.
All right. Yeah, I don't think we have much else. I mean, is there any?
All right, I'm changing mine.
Jesus Christ, change it. All right,
I'm changing mine to the second largest line on the list. Give me the Niners over the Bears.
Yeah,
7.5.
All right, so Niners. That's 3 good locks. I think those are 3 good locks. These are definitely ones I'd bet on. Anyway, I don't think we didn't really prepare for fantasy. We are going to go. I'm trying to go live for Sunday morning. I know me and Clay was talking about. I know Josh is playing golf. We'll see.
I might be playing golf, man. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
We just go live Saturday night at your house.
Hey, we can do that.
That's gonna be loud, but I mean, I don't know how we're gonna do that with a mic and stuff, and all 3 of us. I don't know how that'll work. That might be kind of tough. We'll see.
I'll connect my laptop to one of this.
I'll sit on that couch right there. You have Preston sitting next to you. And week 1, college football, Pick'em's champion Bryson Brown will sit next to you too as well.
Yeah. Was he week? I guess he probably was champion this week because I went 4-3. I think I went 4-3. Anyway. Yeah, but we'll talk fantasy there. I know I wrote down fantasy plays of the week. We were trying to go game by game unless there's somebody you want to mention. Favorite, I wrote some down. Like I said, I like Jalen Hurts, like Javonte Williams. My favorite plays, Eli Mitchell, 49ers, and Kamara. I think Kamara tears up the Falcons week 1. But, yeah, unless there's anything else you guys want.
What about a sleeper pick for wide receiver? Mecole Hardman for Kansas City.
Yeah, I like that. I like one of the receivers, especially if they lock up Kelsey. Like I said, Cardinals did rank well against the tight end. Maybe that's a sleeper. I expect that game to have a lot of points.
We're gonna do sleepers this week. You give me. I got a sleeper on my mind. Give me Kenneth Gainwell of the Philadelphia Eagles. Put up a little bit of fantasy points.
I hope Kenneth Gainwell sucks.
I think Jalen Hurts will double the amount of rushing attempts and yards of Kenneth Gainwell.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say that. I'm just saying, give me Kenneth Gainwell. Hey, you don't see how many touchdowns they scored last year. It will surprise you.
Yeah, just because I told you.
What do he have, 16 or 17?
Hell no. What the hell do you think this is? Damn, Nick Chubb?
I think Sanders is healthy. I don't know. I think Hurts is going to put up a big number. I expect him to be back.
Sean Alexander once scored, 26 touchdowns in 1 year.
Hey, but for real, I got some quarterback plays. Russell Wilson, obviously. The old famous Jameis. I'll play famous Jameis this week.
I just think it's always been a high-scoring game. I just think it's going to be a defensive game.
That's why I said fantasy points. I ain't going to say that I'm just saying he's going to throw the
Well,
ball.
they got to put up points for him to score in fantasy.
He's going to put up points.
I think they're going to put. Yeah, they should. That game's always high scoring, and it's in a dome. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I'd go. I think Jalen Hurts is my favorite quarterback easy this week. I really do.
It's your favorite this week?
My favorite, easy. I'm going to have him. If I'm playing DraftKings, I'm going to have him on every team. Anyway, I love that game for a lot of points. I think that game's going to be a shootout. All right. We might be live Sunday morning, like I said, 11:30, 12 o'clock before the game start. We'll see. It's possible. If not, we'll do it Tuesday. And we'll be doing the college football show Tuesday night. Should be up Wednesday. This will probably be up Tuesday morning, Monday sometime.
Hey, what is it? 2 hours from
What's that?
From here, Clay?
Yes,
2 hours 15, something like that.
2:15.
Okay.
I got here last night around 9 o'clock.
Gotcha. All right. Appreciate everybody watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, YouTube, follow Apple Podcasts, whatever you do there. Spotify, follow. Peace.
Mo Alley Cox, baby.
He gets waiting to say that.